Snoop Doggy Dogg, obviously, in the classic What's My Name?
Yes. XFM 104.9. We've done that, so that's good. We've done...
So we've solved the whole transvestism issue.
Yeah, let me just check. We've done hairy Chinese kids, people having their knobs cut off.
I think we've touched on the war as well. We've sorted that out.
We've done freaks, haven't we? We've done people with no arms and legs, haven't we?
Take that. I don't think there's any other areas of possible offence.
Have we done Forrest Gump in a wheelie bin? Well, we touched on your Auntie Nora, but haven't mentioned her fight for 5 minutes, or showing you her clunge. Hold on, let me see. I don't know if we might have...
I'd definitely like to hear the word clunge more often.
Yeah.
On this show.
Mary.
Anyway,
leave that.
Yeah, clunge, Mary.
I'm still none the wiser on that, but... we'll leave it.
I love the fact you are such a you're such an old man, aren't you? You're such a reactionary old man, the way you talk. You are the sort of bloke, I imagine you and your father stood in a pub, if a man came in a dress, oi, you're a bloke in a dress, take it off.
We were talking, I realised last week we were talking about things that you can, sort of say and do when you're sort of like 40. I thought another one, nod to a policeman.
Yep. Definitely.
They're on the beat, they're going along, you're going your duty, you're going on, yeah, I know you're alright, I know you're alright.
Yeah.
Never mind these youngsters shouting at you and knocking your cap off.
Exactly.
It's that you can nod at a
If you're 40, you can nod at a copper, because it's like going, I know what you're up to, it's a difficult job, you're doing it well.
I respect you now, I didn't when I was young, I don't know what I was thinking of, well done, mate.
Well, I like the one you mentioned last week, you're now of an age where a van driver might ask you to back him into a parking space.
Yeah, well, you don't feel, you go, get out of the way.
He wouldn't even consider it.
No, get out of the way. Yeah.
If you're under 30, you don't even consider. It's like I was thinking the other day, if I was in a pub with my dad and say his mates, and they're all sort of 40 or 50, there is not one of them that would turn to me first with a pint of bitter and go, taste that, see if is that off?
No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't want your opinion.
They would never consider me. My opinion is the last one they're interested in.
Yeah.
Is that off?
Things you can do over, I think, maybe 50. Wear a flat cap and not like a frat.
Yeah.
You know, you're wearing it
a
because your head's
statement.
cold.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're wearing it because your head's cold. You're 50 years old, flat cap, fine.
Yeah, or just wear a suit and tie without having to go to an event or a convention
just
or
get
to
up
work.
and pop on a little old suit and tie.
Just pop on a suit and tie.
I tell you what, I love seeing old boys in a suit on Sunday.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They've got shiny shoes and they're 75.
I've got
and they go down the pub and I think it's brilliant.
I got photographs of one of my late grandfathers, he must have been in his 60s, on the beach, wearing a suit. Wearing a suit on the beach. I got a feeling he's even got a knotted handkerchief and a full three-piece suit.
That's great.
It's brilliant.
It's a decency all time.
My grandfather, in my mind, was always wearing a suit. I never saw him not wearing a suit. I think he wore a suit to bed. I can't imagine him taking that suit off. It was always...
Maybe it was an all-in-one, pull-on one.
But he didn't, I mean, what the weird thing is, though, it wasn't like he worked in a bank all his life. I think he was a builder. And then he retired and thought, it's time I should start wearing a suit.
I know, oh, I love it. That's just, you know what I mean? It's because they've got to do something then. They've got to get up and they make an effort and they're still part of the world. As opposed to me, already just walking around in my pants.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, there's no point in getting dressed, I'm not going out.
Yeah.
Or everything's got an elasticated waistband.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't even consider a pair of trousers.
It's slip-on shoes, pull-on trousers,
I have never seen a man with more Velcro in his closet. That has got to be for you the best time-saving device ever. Velcro.
It's great. Just me and a baby girl, a dry white baby. I went to after we went to the awards.
Your tuxedo got Velcro?
Well, I was still talking about that. The award show. I went home. When did we stay there? We went to 12 or something. Anyway, I went home and I was watching telly at the end, right? And I was eating. I had these sesame seeds 'cause I was hungry. I had a few. And in the end, at the bottom of this jar of sesame seeds, right? Oh, there's tiny little seeds, but I didn't want to waste them. So I sort of poured them into my mouth and sort of like ate them like millet, like a budgie binging.
Yeah.
I went to bed, got up the next day, I thought, oh, I felt a bit sweaty, I had a resolve. And there was loads of seeds still in my chest.
What, in the hair on your chest?
Yeah. I had to pick them up, it took me ages to pick them out before I had a bath. So they must have stayed there all night, but not with the, you know, with the cheese and alcohol that was coming through my pores. These seeds, and well, they started growing. I'd have to mow my chest. Oh dear.
Your girlfriend's a lucky woman.
Sesame seed chest. What we got, Carl?
Oh, do you remember we were also talking about, on the names you cannot call kids now? It's like there are certain names.
I was thinking that, like, there's great old blokes names, but they have to be a baby once.
Yeah, but,
I name this child Alf.
You can.
Stan.
There are sort of these names which you just never name a child now. I mean, Carl, frankly, is.
Oh, that's alright.
That is quite
Carl's
trendy.
weird. Oh, but Sid.
Alf Sid. You would never name a child Sid. Stan.
Bert. I name this child Bert.
Did I ever tell you about my Uncle Alf?
No?
He wasn't a proper uncle, right?
Right.
But he was just
Was he an aunt?
one of my dad's mates and
Yeah.
that. And he was getting on a bit. He must have been about, 60, which is pretty old when you're younger and that. And he was the same. He used to always wear a suit and that. But he was never in good nick. It was always like a rough suit, but it doesn't matter. He's still, making half the effort and that.
Yeah.
And he used to sleep in a dinghy. Right, my Uncle Alf.
What? In his house?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, in a flat, he's in like a little bed set. Because he only had a little bed set, and he was into boats and stuff. So he had this
Two
dinghy.
birds with one stone.
Had this little dinghy, had a little flat, thought, well, it's tight space and that. He had a dinghy as a bed, and he had 2 tellies, right? He had 2 tellies, one that the sound worked on, the other one only the vision worked. So if you wanted to watch a programme,
You had to turn both on.
put them both on like BBC One, turned one up, and watched the other one.
Wow. That's extraordinary.
From his dinghy?
Sat in his dinghy.
That is brilliant.
It was an inflatable dinghy, it wasn't like a wooden.
Yeah, an inflatable one, yeah, big inflatable
Did you
one.
ever go around and visit him?
Yeah, now and again.
Was it weird seeing a 60-year-old bloke in a suit, in a dinghy inside, watching 2 tellies?
It's weird out at the time, I thought.
Which of the TVs stopped working properly first? I mean, did he... let's say the sound went on one of them.
Yeah.
Did he carry on watching the other one, hoping that the other one was fine? Or
No, he
did
went and got a new telly, and then the vision went on that, and he went, oh no. He went, hold on though.
Wait a minute.
I've got another telly in the wardrobe that I haven't used it, it must have been like that.
Yeah.
Wow, he sounds brilliant. Is he
He's
still
alright.
alive?
Yeah, he's still around, yeah. I haven't seen him for years, but he used to,
Be alright in
Was
the
he
flat.
married?
Be alright. Be alright.
I think that's what happened. I think his wife passed away, and
Right.
and that's when he had all this, he had a boat. And it's like, oh, where am I going to put it in a bed sit? And it's like, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sleep in that. So, yeah.
I wonder if he ever brought any women back. Just the idea of bringing them back, getting down to it. Shall we move into the bedroom?
Ahoy! Oh, that is fantastic. Missy Elliott, Gossip Folks on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Now I know we're not meant to mention the adverts, and I'm not slagging off the advert. It's that National Lottery advert with the little Welsh fella saying your money from the National Lottery goes towards Mountain Rescue. And put it out there, we've saved a lot of people. Now, that's fine, that's great, well done. What I'm annoyed at is why those people are allowed to go up the mountain in the first place.
Yeah.
Don't go up there, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
You're at your own risk.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
It's ridiculous. Just posh, beardy twats climbing mountains and sticking a flag up there. Why climb? I don't want you to. I don't want you to.
Am I paying, is there at any point, Rick, where I am paying for people to get rescued from mountains?
I'm not sure. I think the lottery's doing it now.
Fine, because I'll tell you, if it was my money, I would be livid.
Well, that's the point, isn't it? I mean...
you should have to take out insurance if you want to climb up a mountain.
You should pay for it.
Yeah.
If we save you, it'll cost a lot of money. You owe you. I'll be paying it back for the rest of your life. That's the risk.
Yeah.
Not falling to your death.
Exactly.
But never being able to play it. They're all posh and rich anyway.
Yeah.
But
Doesn't
it's just
it?
like, a cat gets stuck up a tree and the farmer come out because he doesn't know any better. Imagine if that was a bloke. I'm stuck up again. Stop going up there.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying again, though. It's only a cat, so leave it up there. Get another one.
Absolutely. And there's the skeleton of Tiddles. I couldn't be bothered to go and get a ladder.
No, but it's the same. A few weeks ago, everyone was making a fuss over that sheep. That was the first cloned sheep.
Yeah.
And it died. Clone another one.
Oh, wow.
If only you could do the same with mountaineers.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks
Or,
the same, the beard's the same, they all look like Brian Blessed.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
So I ever tell you about the time that my father, when I was younger, we went on holiday, my dad he'd bought a little boat, little sort of wooden boat, make a 3-seater, and he and a friend of his went out with me in the boat. I was maybe 12 or 13. Went out, and we sort of so I think we were on we had a little outboard motor, chugging out. We just thought we thought this was real seafaring stuff.
Brilliant.
We'd lost sight of the beach because we'd gone round a corner of like a mountain, or like a, what do you call it, like a cliff. And so we were just round the corner, and there was this buoy, like, just floating in the water. Not a boy, but you know, like a buoy. And, very tricky to explain that on the radio. It's the same word, isn't it? Buoy, a buoy, and a buoy.
Yeah.
And so we float past that and we're just chugging along. The motor conks out. Oh, I can't believe it. We have to row back in. So they're rowing away, I'm just sat there. And we noticed that every time we sort of think we've got past this buoy, it just seems to be back where it started again. And we realised that the tide is taking us to, but not taking us out, taking us towards these rocks. And we've got ravaged rocks. And we were a bit pretty scared, because I can't swim very well, or I couldn't at the time. I think when my dad had maybe bought, you know, I'll be honest with you, I inherited a lot of things from him, one of which was his carefulness with money. just the one life jacket.
How deep was the water?
Which I seem to remember he tore off my back and put on himself. So the water's pretty down. I mean, you know, I'm not saying we would have necessarily died, but it was pretty scary, because the boat, you know, we were gonna go crashing into these rocks and stuff. It was getting pretty unnerving. And so they're sort of rowing like mad, trying to we're not making any progress, and we're beginning to think that this might be the end. And, this boat, this kind of ferry boat, comes chugging by, doing tours, ching, 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 ching. And it comes by, and my dad goes, oh, wow. We were going, brilliant, they can help us, they'll throw us a rope, they'll tow us back in. He was going, you've got to be careful though, hang on, because according to the laws of the sea, if he rescues us, Steve, he can claim my boat. The laws of the sea mean he can claim my boat as salvage.
I love the idea of
that's like a reward. That's
doing that.
But what I like is, his 12-year-old son might die, he's thinking about the boat.
I know, but also, the other thing, of course, is that I like the idea of this ferry master going,
Yeah.
the boat be mine now, or take your son.
Yeah.
Let me think about it.
I need a new bed. That'll be just right. King size.
Oh dear, that's lovely. Suzanne's not allowed to watch telly unless it's her favourite thing, otherwise she's got to talk to me about stuff. There's no art, there's no point, just wallpaper.
I'm just saying, we've got three windows we can look out of.
Right.
Right? Stop looking at the walls, look out the window.
My mum phoned and said that my Auntie Nora, the classic Auntie Nora, wanted me to look on the internet to find out what the weather would be like in Spain at the end of November. I don't know where she gets her money from. 2 months ago, she was asking me dad how much it would be to get her back garden astroturfed, because she's sick and tired of the grass getting out of her
What does she want to do? Start a football team? What does she want a back garden astroturf?
She likes the sort of green look, but she doesn't like the headache that comes with it, so she's just looking into getting that false grass put in there.
Brilliant.
Don't know how much it is. But.
Went round to Ricky's and had some chicken curry that Ricky's girlfriend Jane had made. Ricky and Jane were going on holiday for a few days and had arranged for Glyn to come in and make sure the cat was okay while they were away. I'm sick of that cat. I was surprised that they hadn't paid for the little shit to go away with them on first class. Blimey, getting a bit vitriolic in the
why doesn't he like the fact that I've got a cat and I love the cat? Why?
It's just everything in that house that you've got gets sort of special treatment, and it's a cat. And
what do you mean you get special treatment?
Sometimes
we put food down for it, and sometimes it gets on our lap and we stroke it.
You don't just stroke it.
We're
you
not
massage it. You massage its back. You go, no, you're stressed out.
Well, no, it's good. No, I'm not saying you stressed out. At no point did I say you stressed out. You said, "What the fuck are you doing for? Is it stressed out or something?" I like touching my cat.
To be honest with you, I don't like Ricky's cat.
Oh, I can't believe
because every time I go around there, it goes straight from the ghoulies.
It's like the lizard thing you've got. It's just sat there. You've bought a big box, right, to be in.
Right, it's a salamander, so it's an amphibian. It's not a box, it's a big vivarium.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is...
And if you're going to criticise someone for just sitting there, having a round head and doing nothing with its life, people who live in glass houses, we've done this one.
Do you know what gets me, though, right, Steve? When I was there, I was looking at it, and I thought, is it dead? Right, because he's just sat there. Like,
and it was thinking exactly the same fucking thing.
Sat there, not moving, right? And then on the top of the box is like a box full of crickets and stuff. That's it. It's food,
yeah.
Right? But they were more active than the thing that it was going to feed. Get rid of the lizards, keep them in there. More entertaining. Don't understand it.
A few months back, a girl who was having a kid showed me one of them scans of the kid that was in her. That's science gone mad, innit? I couldn't think of anything nice to say, as it looked like a frog.
Do you know why we've got to that point? What? Why have we got to see something that young? Why?
Because people can keep an eye on the progress of the baby in the womb.
Yeah, but why are they printing it out and stuff? Surely that's for a doctor to see.
Well, that's just an added bonus for people who are interested in such things.
That's like saying, why do you take pictures of anything?
No, but what I mean is, why? At what point are we going to stop? Are we going to start sort of X-raying the fella's testicles and saying, well, there it is at a really young age? Well, where are we going to stop?
It's just horses for courses, isn't it? Some people like to have a record of their baby in the womb. They like to show their baby. They're excited about it.
They sit down and they show their friends the slideshow. That's the birth. Oh, that's the conception. Oh, look, Ron's going a bit mad there, isn't he?
But why do I need to see this? This is what I'm saying. It was an awkward situation because she was happy with it. I was like, oh, God. You know what I mean? It was an odd-looking thing. I couldn't say, oh, it looks like you, because that would be a diss.
Well, Rick, you're not the only one who's been away. I know you've been off working, but I, at long last, have taken a bit of leisure time.
Go on.
And you've probably heard of the Rio de Janeiro Carnival. Only one of the hottest, events in the world calendar. Yeah. Imagine me down there.
Oh,
Rio,
God.
you can imagine, did not know what hit it.
Oh, God almighty. Imagine, were you like Paul the Party Animal Parker?
He would not have been able to keep up if he was with me.
God, what did you do? What did you get up to?
Oh, let me tell you right now. Day 1, I almost drowned. Day 2, I got a foot infection and spent the day in the hospital. And the rest of the time, I had diarrhea. So that was a hell of a time.
Carnival.
Yeah. I did. I was able to watch some of the carnival on TV, and it looked brilliant. It looked amazing. I didn't actually. It was difficult to make out because the TV wasn't actually in my room. Because in an effort to save money, I wasn't staying in a hotel. I was staying with a bunch of other people in some kind of, like, someone's flat that they'd let out. And so I had to watch the TV, like, from my window, watching a neighbour's TV. And of course, when they change the channel, often during the juicy bits, I couldn't see anything. And but it looked really good. I'm bunged up at the moment just so I can get through the show. But I've just been on a 12-hour flight, and it is terrifying being on a flight when you know that any moment you could go. Because you know how the problem is sometimes the toilet's free, and sometimes then you got to queue up. And the worst bit is that sort of half an hour just before you land when they say the toilets are out of bounds now. I tell you, I went twice before that in quick succession. The woman sat next to the toilet. She didn't know what was going on, the noises and stuff in there. And because I was really panicky.
Oh, Christ.
And so, of course, then on the whole flight, as we're landing, I'm really petrified because I'm thinking I packed a pair of underpants and jeans in the bag, in the holdall, just in case it all went. And I was really, because I hate flying anyway, and I hate landing because it's the most terrifying moment of the journey. Then it really was rumbling, and I was thinking, I got to get out of here. Of course, you know when you're in a hurry, everything makes you angry. The little old lady in front of me who's just hobbling along off the gangplank. Go away! Yeah. Just really annoyed.
With your bad hips and your bad legs.
Your Zimmer frame.
I know you've been through a war, but get out of my way!
Yeah. And just anyone who kind of even passes you, and so I managed to get there just in time, got into and it all went off. Man alive, it was grim. But that was not anything compared with the first couple of days, because the first day I went for a walk. Ipanema Beach is famous for just the beautiful, beautiful people that gather there. There's so many beautiful women in Rio, it made me angry. I was angry that these women were so attractive and that, none of them were even looking at me. But anyway, I'm on the beach because I was shopping and I needed a wee. Right, and we went for a quick impromptu swim, and I thought, we in the sea.
Just think of him on this beach, right, with diarrhea.
Well, I'm wearing great big long shorts because I'm not going to try and compete with these boys because they are.
And you are, could I say this, the whitest man I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, with his shirt off, you can see his heart like a newborn fish.
Well, this is the thing. As I went into the sea to have a wee, there was a discussion about this.
As I went into the sea to have a wee in a little tray.
See, there was a discussion about this because I'm very much of the opinion that you should take your trunks down, and some people, some of my friends are saying, just do it in your trunks and let's see the sea just wash it away.
What a hell of a carnival!
And I think I'm against that. I've always been against that in swimming pools, everything,
I'm against pissing in swimming pools. Full stop. It doesn't matter whether you take your trunks down or don't piss in the swimming pool. Yeah, well, fine, yeah.
Fine, okay, right,
Fish do it.
So anyway, I'm in the sea trying to urinate, and I kneeled, because I'm obviously very tall, so it's tricky to get deep enough for the water to mask what you're up to. So I tried to kneel down in the water, right, and I got John Thomas out, but then the water swept out again and just left me on the beach. But luckily my back was to everyone, so no one saw. So I
can't think of a funnier sight than Steve Merchant on his knees with his little John Thomas out. I don't know how big it is. I've never seen it. But I imagine it's in proportion to the rest of it, is it?
I wish. That's all I'll say is I've been a little shortchanged. But so then I got up and I waded a bit deeper in, right? And now I was trying. I got it out. But what I didn't realise is that the waves just off the beach are really just uncontrollable. You never know what's going to happen. So suddenly, I see this giant wave coming towards me, crashing towards me, and I got the cock out and everything, and it grabs this wave, comes over me, and lifts me up, flips me up in the water, right, and I'm floundering around. I can't see anything, because of course I had to take my glasses off to go in the sea. Because I didn't want to lose them.
Oh God!
So I floundering around, and I'm genuinely getting scared, because as I try to get into shore, the wave just pulls me back again. So I'm waving to my friends on the beach. But
with everything.
Well, what I don't realise is that because I'm not wearing my glasses, I don't realise that I've been dragged along the beach some way, and I'm not actually waving to my friends. So there's like a bunch of these beautiful women on Ipanema Beach watching a pasty white man waving with his cock out. And what annoyed me was my friends were laughing. And that really angers
if
me.
I'd have been there, I would have burst.
But why wouldn't you have come running? Would you have come running in and helped me?
Oh, I couldn't have saved you with your glasses off and your knob out. If I ever save you, I want you to be fully dressed with your glasses on.
So you'd have just let me go. That would have been what you'd said to my parents. He had his knob out and his glasses off. There was no way I was going to...
I can't think of a funnier sight. Oh.
But anyway, I thought they want a 5-minute message. We can do better than that. Let's dedicate the whole show to them, Steve.
We can what?
Dedicate the whole show to them. What was it? Trouble with my diction?
A little bit. I'm just thinking again, we've got to slow down because these guys are there, they're working, they're busy.
They're used to speaking eloquent
yeah,
English.
They weren't used to talking to intelligent, educated people.
Yeah.
So Carl should be something of a surprise to them. I imagine they'll just flood back early and come back to study him.
So, this is, this show is dedicated to all your sites. I know nothing about them. I don't know how many there are. I know they're just, as I say, in a hut somewhere, presumably with a laptop, drinking, hot chocolate out of steel mugs with...
just looking up porn.
They're not on the internet, are they?
Oh, are they not?
Well, no, there's no phone line.
Well, how do they charge up the laptop when it runs out?
Well, they've probably got generators.
They must have other stuff, though. They've got a telly and that, haven't they?
Of course they have them.
No, for DVDs and things.
Well, they could probably have a DVD player that would run off a generator and stuff, so they can play, I don't know what we're giving this on CD or something, but,
and what are they...
how can that enhance your life, though? That you, like, 2 months has gone, you've sat there, you're chewing, Kendall mint cake and just looking round at white walls, right, thinking that the Thing's gonna come in any minute and put you out of your misery, right, and you go, alright lads, it's here, what? A 5-minute message from Ricky Gervais?
Yeah.
Who? The fellow from The Office? Oh yeah. Go on. I mean, so, I don't know how I can enhance. I mean, I
voted for Ricky Martin. What?
Yeah.
But I don't understand, what they're researching. You say penguins, but that's just a hypothesis.
Well, I'm assuming that because it's Antarctica, where the penguins live.
Is there anything else there? What else is going on? There's presumably climate differences and...
Well, yeah, because it's a landmass, isn't it? Arctic's just on ice, and Antarctica is actually a continent, it's a landmass, so there's stuff there. But presumably not in the winter. I imagine it's like 10 foot of snow, and really not a lot happening.
Sure.
I don't know what they're researching. It could be astronomy, as I say, it could be some sort of seismic thing, it could be just testing polar melting, it could be penguins. I have no idea. I haven't got the information. I don't think they wanted us to go into what they're doing.
They already know, yeah.
They probably want to know what's happening in the world for, oh, well, we've got the man here.
That's an interminable 5 minutes for them. We've already wasted that 5 minutes. They're going to put it all excited to hear from you, and they've just got 5 minutes of us discussing what they might be doing.
What I'm worried about is this, it's like, well, for these 10 people there, we've just annoyed the 200 listeners we've got. Because they're thinking, what's in this for me? Well, we'll have fun along the way, and what I think we're doing, they've been stuck there, as I say, they're out of touch, they don't know what's happening, so Karl Pilkington is the man we're gonna have a break, we'll have a song, maybe some ad breaks, and then Carl is gonna let these scientists who are stuck away in the darkness know what's been happening for the last couple of weeks. Is that alright, Carl?
Well, you know, I don't really follow the news, so they probably
play a
know more.
record,
I was going to ask them what's been going on.
Embrace a glorious day. Well, it is a glorious day, Steve.
Brilliant.
Every day's a glorious day, isn't it?
Well, it is when I'm with you.
Yeah, love the world.
Yeah.
So these scientists, they're stuck away in the darkness. Let's tell them what they've been missing. What's the highlights, Carl, of the last, Ricky Gervais and Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington, by the way, XFM 104.9, etc. What have they missed for the last, just do the last few weeks. What have they missed? Remember, they haven't got newspapers, they haven't got telly. What's the, look at him, he's looking at me like I just said that in Arabic. What do you understand? Think what's happened. Think what they haven't got that you know about. What have you seen and heard in the last couple of weeks that they couldn't have?
Well, like on the news and that, what's gone on in the world and that?
Yeah.
Well, or just things you've done personally. I think that'll be of less interest.
Yeah.
Pope's dead.
Okay.
I like it. I imagine that. Imagine if that was them breaking it to them.
Yeah.
Like they're listening and you go, what's happened? The Pope's dead. So they say like, break it to us gently, Carl.
Well, I think that's better than how they do it on the news normally, though, isn't it? They make a big deal out of it, and you panic a bit when it's the breaking news, and you think, oh, there's a war on.
Yeah.
And you go, Pope's dead, and you go, well...
So you've just used that short, sharp tactic.
Yeah,
like ripping a plaster off quickly.
I just said it softly, no, Pope's dead.
When you know all that coverage of the Pope with like those millions of people that had gathered in Rome and stuff. I was thinking about, you remember we talked about the Queen Mother, and they were queuing up to see the Pope.
Yeah, like 4 hours to get a glimpse.
And once again, I couldn't help but feel if they popped him on some kind of like dessert trolley and just wheeled him past everyone else, they could have got that done in about 3/4 of an hour.
Yeah.
You know, once again, people not thinking. They're not expanding their minds.
So
what, like students and rag week with a bed down Oxford Street?
Those novelty beds. They're all dressed in kind of cardinal's gear.
Yeah.
Just, trundling them up and down the, yes.
But it's the way they also said they've now got a new Pope. He's hardly new, is he? Why didn't they learn from the last one?
Sure.
You're taking on old people.
Yeah, yeah.
My dad couldn't even get a gig in B&Q.
Oh God! So who have we offended? I mean, the thing is, it's clever because soon our offensiveness isn't going to be sort of like we're feeling about offence, but it's going to be like we're going to be living with Sam and Rushdie.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The things, but I mean that's pretty. You know, don't have a go at the Pope.
I'm not having a go at him. It's good that you can carry on working and what have you, but I thought everyone had to retire at like 60 or whatever. Like, bloody hell. But, whatever, if you can get away with it.
Yeah, why couldn't your dad get a gig in B&Q? I mean, he goes there a lot, doesn't he? He goes there a lot!
That's why, if you're just joining us for this one-off show because you're trapped in a bunker somewhere in the Antarctic, you should know this of Carl's dad. He's a thief. He steals things, and we've openly discussed this before. He steals this from other elderly ladies and elderly people. Perhaps
he's not like Raffles, though. He doesn't go into their house.
He's not a gentleman thief.
No, let's put this in context. He's not a villain, but sometimes when people leave groceries lying around in a public telephone box.
No, what it was, where they live now, they've retired, right? They've moved. I won't say where they are, but somewhere quiet, right? And it's so quiet.
It's not a witness relocation protection scheme.
Because there's only about 8 people live in this village, it's not worth, like, the like, corner shop.
There's only 8 people living in the village?
It's quiet.
The village of the damned.
So anyway, rather than keep the shop open, you're meant to call up and go, alright, Harry, I need some milk today.
Right.
And they stick it in a phone box outside in the shop, and my dad found that out. So, when he's been out, just stop off at the phone box, have a look at what's left lying around.
Yeah. But of the 8, I mean, there's 8 people in the village, my attention would be instantly drawn to the dodgy Manc fella. I mean, do you know what I mean? It seems, in Manchester you can probably get away with this, there's a lot of scum up there, but down in this little village, you got a little Miss Marple type, and a little, country policeman.
Stop doing it now.
Has he?
Stop doing it, yeah.
Cleaned up his act.
Yeah.
Good, alright, so with the Pope's dead, any other big news?
There was that thing I told you about last week, the foot-long spider eats chicken.
What does this mean to them, they're gonna think that the world's been taken over by them. It's not like this epidemic. We're not going back, there's a foot-long spider on the loose.
Are these people bright, though?
Well, let's have a look. Antarctic scientists. Yeah, they've probably got an O-level or two.
They're looking at penguins all day.
Yeah.
So how bright have you got to be?
What do you mean?
Well, what are they doing?
Well, I don't know, do I? But they've been chosen. It's probably cost millions of pounds to set them up there. Oh, Carl.
I'd say this is like, for scientists, this is like Big Brother. You know what I mean? This is like a big dinner. Scientists there watching this, finding out what's going to go on. There's little challenges that they give them, little tasks.
It's like Celebrity Love Island without the sun and slappers. Go on.
I think, what else has gone on?
Well, while you're thinking, Carl, I should just tell you now, you threw that question out earlier, why are ginger people historically mocked? We've had a couple of responses on the text, 83XFM. Again, as ever with XFM listeners, don't believe what they say, don't trust what they say. But one of them,
have we got any respect for anyone in the world?
I'll get back to you. Pete in Tooting, now again, I think this is nonsense. He claims that the reason ginger people are disliked is because Judas was ginger. From the Bible. I don't know where he's come up with this idea.
No, I've heard that.
But I mean, are there a great many people from, you know, the Middle East who are ginger?
Well, that's probably why he stood out.
Sure.
And he was probably fed up, and he thought, I'll get him back. Yeah. Maybe...
Unless he had his hair dyed ginger when he was on the witness protection scheme. Which presumably he had to go into, after all came out in the book.
What did he do?
What did he do?
He stitched him up, didn't he, to the Romans, didn't he, Judas? Did he do it for 40 pieces of silver or something? I'm not big on the Bible, but apparently,
incidentally, if you'd like us to, stitch up any kind of Messiahs for 40 pieces of silver, just get in touch, 83XFM, we're willing to do that for you as well. That's one explanation. There's another one here, which is, again, I don't believe this for a moment. It says here, ginger people get a lot of stick, because in Elizabethan times, people with ginger hair were told that their mother had slept with the devil. And that was why their hair was ginger. So, there's two options. Maybe if you've got some more, you can, any more spurious thoughts, then get in touch. 83XFM. But yeah, I don't know.
No, there might be truth to both of those. I mean, the point is, that if either of those are true, they were already being picked on, if you know what I mean.
Right.
That's the point. It's sort of like, maybe that's not the total root of it. Well, the Judas thing might be the root of it. The first big, ginger to, do some, a little bit.
So if he was bald, then all bald people would be like,
yeah,
get a hard time on that.
Yeah.
Well, we do mock you behind your back anyway, Carl. That's going on, don't worry.
So, play a record and think of something that's happened to tell these poor scientists what's going on in the world. All you've come up with so far is the Pope's dead and there's a big spider. What is that?
That eats chicken.
The Pogues, rainy night in Soho. I hope there isn't a rainy night in Soho tonight, Rick. You're one of those who agrees with me. So we just had an email here from a guy called James Lee. He says, hi, just writing a bit of info on the scientists in Antarctica. I'm a scientist who's just come back from one of the Antarctic bases called Halley, or Haley. There are 15 people staying there over the Antarctic winter. The scientists are looking mainly at the atmosphere, things like the ozone hole, and meteorology. I think there are 6 scientists staying over the winter, as well as a doctor, electrician, mechanic, and a carpenter, and so on. And so he's saying, they do listen, they have the internet, so they maybe could listen to the show on the internet. And if you get the chance, say hi to Francis, and the rest of the winter is for me. Sure, no problem, yeah, thanks, James. But yeah, there they are, that's what they're doing, that's what they're up to.
But why are they asking you for a message, though, when... I mean, have these people got families and that, or are they convicts, or...
No! What do you mean? Of course they probably do get messages from their family.
Well, why are you doing one for one? Is that... I mean, say, do you know, like, you see it in, like, Porridge and stuff like that, where if someone's in prison and no one visits them...
Yeah.
And they sort of look a bit fed up and that... Is this message that you're doing for like, people who don't get a letter in the post from...
Brilliant. So they put this on the shelf until someone doesn't get one. All right, Hargreaves? Yes, sir, I didn't get a message today, sir. You have got a message, Hargreaves. Oh, what, sir? Hargreaves, you have got a message. Really, sir? From Ricky Gervais. Really, sir? And then they give it... Don't talk, please, there are scientists listening. Try to keep the talking shit down to a minimum today.
Well, what's annoying me is, right, they're saying they're stuck over there for months, but it seems to me like they're wasting a lot of time.
Why?
Well, you're saying they probably watch DVDs, they're saying they've got internet access.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, I'm wrong.
Listening to messages.
Yeah.
Get the job done and go home.
Well, that's so. Well, then we don't have to tell them anything then, because they listen to the internet. If they've got the internet, then yeah, it's a waste of time. Good point. Play a record.
Well, hang on, before that, here's a good point. You've had long time to research what's been going on in the world. We've just had an email here from Nicholas who says, why haven't you told them about the recent pig Olympics that just went on in China? You've missed that one, Carl, once again.
Who won?
First of the game to die, Morrissey, XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Well, Karl, you failed miserably. The scientists stuck away. Right, one more chance. What's happened in the last couple of weeks? Just one more chance to... What have you seen in the last couple of weeks?
Well, like I say, I don't really watch the news and that, so...
Right.
I can't, tell them about that. But in a way, I think they're better off not knowing... I think that's the only good thing about being out there, isn't it? Not knowing about the bad stuff going on.
Yeah.
So... I can't help them there.
They don't need to look at the weather, do they?
No, don't enough. No. But, tell you about the Pope and that.
Yeah, pretty extensive.
What about the EU Constitution and the no votes? What do you make of that? What are your views?
What's the problem there?
Oh, this isn't
broadcasting
though, is it? This is nothing. Come up with something.
Well, the fat baby then, the fat baby that they found, that was on the telly.
Right. Well, what was that?
It's just a little fat baby. That, I don't know what, it's just a little fat kid and that.
What? Tell what?
It was on the telly and
But what was on the telly? You just said fat baby, fat baby, fat baby, fat baby on telly, fat baby on telly. Do you meant to be telling them what's happened in the world? Tell me about the fat baby on telly.
It's just they've found some, there's this illness called Momo. Right, and, they've just got this woman had a kid. It's really sad, it was on Channel 4 and that, right? And, kid's born.
You sure it wasn't Jimmy Carr?
Kid's born and that, right?
Momo?
It's called Momo,
Isn't that that Black Music Award?
No, right, little fat baby and that, and, there's only 3 of them in the world. These little fat babies.
Right.
And, one of them...
They're in danger.
How fat? Are you not telling what do you mean? How fat are they?
6 stone it was only 2. And, there's 3 of them in the world, and there was this one, and there was one in Brazil.
Are they, like, endangered? Is that the problem? Because there's only 3 of them in the world. I'll be worried, this is like a conservation campaign.
Hunted for their
No, it's sad. If you I know, it's easy to joke and that, but if you've seen it, you'd go, oh, it's a bit sad and that.
Well, I haven't seen it, and I know nothing about it.
Well, I've told you, there's 3 of them in the world.
Okay, what else was on telly?
Something I watched the other night, that was good. Again, you know how I learn stuff from the telly, I don't watch the news.
Well, you don't learn stuff from the telly,
I'll tell you what, though.
You told us there's a fat baby in the world.
Forget about them.
There's a spider eats chickens and there was a fat kid.
Alright, forget them in Iceland, right?
Yeah.
We'll give them Rockbusters later to do, right?
Iceland!
But what's her name? I'll tell you what is interesting, Steve.
What?
I didn't know that much about it. Autism.
Okay. Oh, good. It's just some more entertaining stuff on XFM 104.9.
No.
Just to cheer up people. Go on, and what? Come on.
No, right. Have you heard about it, Steve? What
Autism?
It scares me to death when he comes up, when he touched on a serious subject. We've been talking about wheeling a dead pope round, the Chinese don't age well, and ginger people are hated. And now we're going to touch on a really, I mean,
no, I said,
my heart's in my throat. Go on, Carl, then. Tell me your insights to autism.
Right, well, there was this, again, Channel 4 coming up with some good stuff at the moment, right? It might have been Channel 5. But what's the name?
It's the attention span that I like!
It's these people who, they've got like this autism thing going on.
Yeah.
And, they sort of take in a lot of information, they get sort of they get so into it that they know everything about that subject and what have you, right? And there was this lad who, he knew everything, right, about EastEnders.
Right.
He sort of, the cameraman was saying to him, so, you know, why EastEnders and that? And he said, oh, I don't know, I just like it. And he said, I remember when I first watched it was a Thursday, it was 5 to 8, Pauline Fowler walked in, she had a pink jumper on, she said, alright, love. And he remembers everything from that moment on.
Yeah.
Right, and everything. Which is great, but then, the way the programme was making out, it was almost like they were saying it's a disability.
Right.
When in a way, it's more like a superpower.
Sure. Like Rain Man.
But if you can take it...
Rain Man.
No, I'm
he
not...
has special autistic powers.
Oh, God,
we must send for Rain Man.
I don't know what to do.
So
I don't know what to do.
he would be a
But
great
there's
contestant
other
on Mastermind.
things.
So a autistic
Sorry.
mastermind, he'd
Well,
be
what I'm
dynamite.
saying is, don't be watching EastEnders, though. Sort of, why didn't they give him an encyclopedia and say, get into that?
Sure.
That'll be useful.
Yeah.
Keep him away from EastEnders. Wasting his time there. But I don't think it is a disability.
No.
Yeah, there are other things, and they're not. It's also autism is a matter of degrees. From what I know, and I'm sorry to have to do this, but I feel that I have to at least be the voice of reason, as ill-educated as I am on the subject. But I think there's degrees of autism. I think some are higher performance than others. There's other issues with it. It's not they're just got good memories. They don't go around doing tricks for people because they can remember stuff. There are other issues with it. Do you know what I mean?
Right, well, I mean, they seemed a bit...
You watched the programme, what did you learn? That he knows when Pauline Fowler came in?
Yeah, I mean, there was other bits where they couldn't control their emotions and stuff.
Oh, that other little bit, yeah.
But the main bit of it was he can soak up information and stuff, and I'm just saying, he didn't seem really bad. Do you know what I mean? There's disabilities where people say that's a bad disability. It's like how people say about,
This is brilliant. This is just like this is amazing to be in a room with this man. It's incredible. You just wind him up and listen to what comes out. And I'm going to sit back now. I'm not going to defend you or explain anything. Just go on and tell me about the other disabilities that are worse.
No, what I mean is how people can sometimes easily get mixed up. How people are scared of like a cyclop. When at the end of the day, he's got a disability. A bloke with
Who's scared of a cyclop?
No, it's
apart
just
from Jason and his Argonauts. Where's this cyclop that you're scared of?
No, I'm just saying in history and in books and that.
No, not in history. History happened.
Yeah. But
what are you thinking of? You're mixing history with Greek mythology and Roman mythology and every other type of mythology. What do you mean there wasn't really a giant cyclop that went round picking up ships and throwing them around? That's not history, Carl. Do you think Batman's history?
No, but this was it was ages ago, wasn't it? When we were sort of.
No, I'm not saying it didn't happen ages ago. I'm saying it didn't happen.
Well, he might have done. There's no. I mean, what's so ridiculous about a fellow with one eye?
In the middle of his head, and he's big and scary and lives in a cave.
Why is he scary? Because he's got. What if he had 8 eyes? I'd be scared of him. At the end of the day, he's got a disability. Oh, we'll talk about it in a bit.
Oh, brilliant. Is there a jingle for Rockbusters? I don't think there's ever been one, is there?
No.
Could you come up with one quickly?
Oh, Rockbusters!
Brilliant.
Alright.
Well, the prizes this week, there's not many, I have to say, Carl's not sourced many, but what he's got are actually, good quality.
Well, I'm trying to instill in him that it's, you know, quality, not quantity.
Absolutely.
As opposed to, like, 15 copies of, you know, Fools and Horses Christmas Special with a giveaway 3-wheeler
Yeah.
car, and, Primal Scream's greatest hits on 11 CDs.
Yeah. Not Primal Scream, in Spiral Carpets.
Oh, that was it, yeah, yeah.
Spiral Carpets. Anyway, yeah, we've got, this new Kiss FM hip-hop classics compilation, which has got some really good stuff on there. New stuff from the likes of, you know, Outkast and the Wu-Tang, but some old classics from Public Enemy, and of course, LL Cool J's Mama Said Knock You Out. Which is one that's worth having alone for that track.
Yeah.
I think this is 4 CDs? No, 2 CDs. The Best Air Guitar Album in the World, Volumes 1 and 2, in a special box set.
Yeah.
You've got all sorts on there.
There's May.
Brian Adams is on there, Robert
Adams,
Palmer,
May,
but also
Palmer.
excellent stuff, Beastie Boys, Clash, we got the Kinks, so that's good. Abigail's Party, the DVD thing with Alison Steadman, I know you're quite a fan of that, aren't you, Rick?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
She's, from many years ago, if you've not seen it, it's good. This Later with Jules Holland DVD, it's got live performances from PJ Harvey, the Cardigans, Rollins.
But he is playing Boogie Woogie over their tracks.
I would hope so.
Okay, good.
And also, is this the new albums from The Thrills?
Yeah,
Is it the album?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a little,
Wow.
is that exclusive? It's not even out yet, is it?
Oh, not even out.
Not even out
Well, that's the sort of things that Carl can come up with if pushed. It's all about the game, though. It's all about the game. The prizes are just for fun. It's all about the playing the game. Let's see what Carl's come up with this week. This is his last chance. If I ever hear anything like New Odour again, that's the end.
Okay. They did get it though, didn't they? So they're working out. They will do it.
Just let's have the jingle again.
Alright.
Oh, Rockbusters!
Right, if you haven't heard it before, cryptic clues that make up a band and some initials to help you on your way as well. Right? So,
well, you'd never get it without, but go on.
First one, that fella likes sucking on iron. Right?
That fella likes sucking on iron.
Yeah. the initial M, right?
Okay.
That fella likes sucking on iron, right? That's the first one. Second one, the Jamaican fella spots a boat.
Oh, God.
Say that again.
The Jamaican fella spots a boat.
Spots a boat.
Yeah. Right.
The Jamaican fella spots a boat.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
All right.
Initial D.
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 D, okay.
D.
All right.
And the last one, do you want a game of tug of war? Well, it's up to you. You own it. Right.
Interesting.
I've just got number 2.
Right. Do you want...
Oh, God. Right,
The
go
third
on.
one, do you want a game of tug of war? Well, it's up to you. You own it.
And what's the
Right.
initial?
E.
All of them again, quickly.
Right, so the first one, that fella likes sucking on iron. That's M. Second one, Jamaican fella spots a boat. Right, that's D. And the last one, do you want a game of tug of war? Well, it's up to you. It's, you know, you own it. Right. That's,
Embellishes it like it's a whole story by the end.
that's E.
Ricky.gervais@xfm.com.
With the answers to Rockbusters, the biggest quiz on radio, probably. Do you want to remind us the
No,
quiz?
no, no, you mean the crappiest quiz on radio?
Yeah.
Right. First one was, that fella likes sucking on iron.
Yeah.
Right. The initial was M.
Yeah.
What was the band? It was Metal Liquor. Alright.
What's Metal Liquor? No, wait, I've never heard of a band, Metal Liquor.
Metallica.
No, you said, yeah, you said Metal Liquor, I don't understand.
Yeah, Metallica. Metallica.
What? No, say it again. Say it again and try and make Metallica sound like Metal Liquor.
Metallica. Metallica. Metallica.
Is he having a fit? Say it again. Make Metallica sound like Metal Liquor.
Metallica. Metallica.
Okay, next one.
Right.
Yeah.
Second one, the Jamaican fella spots a boat. That was easy. That was D. That was Debage. You got that?
Make it sound like the band.
Debage.
Make it sound like a Jamaican fella saying "spotting a boat."
Debage. Right. So you got that one.
Okay.
And the last one. Do you want a game of tug of war? Well, it's up to you. You own it.
Yeah.
Right. That was E. That was your rope. Right. Europe.
Europe?
Right.
Who did the final countdown?
Yeah. So that's the.
No, what? We've let that go.
That's the 3 answers for this week. Who's the winner, Steve?
It'd probably be something like, oh, Rockbusters. It would be very,
Along
yeah,
those
along
lines.
those. I've got to work it out, but I mean, yeah, let's go with that for now, and then we're on ready next week.
Excellent. The prizes, once again, sourced by Karl Pilkington. I think it's been in the prize bag before, Karl, but good to see it back. The best air guitar album in the world ever.
Do they keep sending it back? Is that just fun? Is that it comes through the window, tied to a brick?
Actually, there's a lot of good stuff on there. There's the Kinks.
Knopfler? Is there Knopfler?
Knopfler, I believe, is on
Is
there.
Clapton
T-Rex.
anywhere to be seen?
Definitely Clapton, I would have thought, a Deep Purple. We got Quo, Skinnerd, Mac, Snake is there, Straits, excellent, and yeah, there's all sorts on there, obviously.
Yeah.
This is always an odd choice, but fair enough. This is the current album by the Yardbirds, their first studio album in 35 years. So the new music station XFM giving away that. Excellent. I suppose it's new music in some ways. A smash hits compilation. We got stuff on there. It's Aha, it's Curiosity Killed the Cat. It's all the old favourites. Plus 2 DVDs. Columbo.
What Columbo?
It's got a couple of classic Columbo episodes there. Suitable for framing.
One of the best TV programmes of all time.
Why do I get? You can always tell immediately who the villains are. Suitable for framing. I'm assuming that's some kind of art dealer.
Yeah.
Maybe an artist. Candidate for crime. Presumably some kind of presidential
political,
or
yeah.
political candidate. Yeah, no, that'd be good. I'm sure. Columbo. I mean,
Stab Woman. That was my
Yeah.
favourite episode. Stab Lady Wife.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not sure why. Who would buy a Columbo DVD? Like you can't find it on TV.
It's on now. It's on now.
It's on-
I guarantee, because someone could maybe email in, is there an episode of Columbo on now anywhere that got cable or digital? I think it will be.
Almost certainly.
But it is great.
And the other DVD here is Cruise of the Gods, which was the one-off TV kind of comedy film that was on at Christmas, featuring Rob Brydon and Steve
Coogan.
It's good.
Williams.
So, yeah, there's a few gifts there. Not bad. Not bad.
Right,
at all.
now we get to the real
meat
deal.
of it.
Okay, this is what everyone tunes in for. This is Monkey News, I think. Not the
well-
music. Go on.
Well, here we go then.
Yeah.
3 cryptic clues and
Wow.
that, and just
Not
work it
really
out.
cryptic, but
Easy as that.
Well,
Email in.
It's yeah. email in.
Right.
Well, what's the email address?
ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Well, don't say that I know it or care.
I think, yeah. So the first one, he's got American coins all down his spine. Right? He's got American coins all down his spine. What band's that? What artist is it? Email in.
What does it begin with?
What? N.
I know it, I've got it already.
Right.
That's rubbish, too easy. Yeah,
Right,
go on
second
next.
one, Jeremy Beadle, has got arthritis. Right? Jeremy Beadle has got arthritis.
Yeah.
That's the second clue. The, initials there, SLF. Right? SLF. Jeremy Beadle's, got a little bit of arthritis. And, the third one, Foxy, Shipman, and a country western singer on a merry-go-round. SD, right? So Foxy, Shipman, and some country western singer having a go on a merry-go-round. The initial SD, right? So email in, ricky.gervais.
I'm intrigued with that one. I'm genuinely intrigued with that one.
I like the fact there's a certain whiff of controversy about it, because Shipman is mentioned.
I know, yeah. Oh,
A little bit edgy, that.
So, that's the three.
He's from your neck of the woods, isn't he, as well, Shipman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my mum's mum used to use him.
Okay, let's play a record.
Right?
Okay.
So, Rockbusters answers, got to get them out of the way a bit earlier. Right? So, here they are. First one. He's got American coins all the way down his spine.
Yeah.
Why would that be? Right? Initial was N.
Nickelback.
Nickelback.
I got all these. I got all these this week.
Right. Second one, Jeremy Beadle has got arthritis. What's going on there?
Stiff little fingers.
SLF, stiff little fingers.
Yeah.
And the third one, Foxy, Shipman, and
No, and a country and western singer, you said. Now, what's the initial?
SD.
Yeah, so, Spin Doctors, yeah, I got that. But, and then I said to you, why is it a country and western singer? And you said Dr. Hook. Why is it Dr. Hook? Why does that give anyone the clue Dr. Hook? A country and western singer.
It's just what was in my mind.
Well, there we
Well,
are.
there you go. So, it was change this to Rockbusters, or what am I thinking? You could have had Dre.
What's in my mind? You could have had And the Medics. Alright? Just think it through.
Who's the winner?
The winner, very lucky, Sandra Cassidy of Leon C. She gets all those great prizes. You know, we've actually had people emailing in saying, this is the worst Rockbusters ever, because it was too easy, it was boring.
Oh.
This is just, don't shoot the messenger.
Oh,
Other
dear.
people saying, it really has run its course. Some people genuinely agreeing with Ricky.
Oh, Carl, this must hurt, mate.
Stinging attacks on you. Some people just slagging you off generally, saying that
Oh,
you
God.
whinge all the time.
Looks
and
like
stuff
Steve was right when he, sort of like poo-poos your ideas.
So,
When he wheezed on your bonfire.
someone else, I swear to God, someone else emailed in and said, don't bother sending me the prizes, take them to a charity shop, or pawn them, give me the money, I'd rather have it. So I don't know what to say, Carl, I just wonder if it really has run its course now.
Alright, well, we'll see what you come up with next week then. Let's see what you do, let's see what you come in with.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
About 5 to 1. I'm guessing you'll be popping in with another hip-hop track. Full of effing and jeffing.
Well,
again.
I won't bring it into you, I'll do it myself.
Oh, that's them Red Hot Chili Peppers, and they can't stop. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. You're listening to XFM 104.9. Coming through today, it's noisy again out there.
It's a nightmare.
A lot of people marching up and down.
What's that about?
Well, from what I can work out, there's hundreds of them, millions of them, and they're all shouting really loudly. What do we want? Peace. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Peace. I want to go, shush.
Yeah.
We all want a bit of peace on a Saturday.
Yes.
Keep it down.
Please, I can barely hear myself think.
I know. And he's not listening. Tony's not listening. He can't hear from there.
You may as well give up, he's not listening. There was 1 million of you last time, it didn't do anything.
Hey, but Steve, there's no attitude. You know what? I couldn't find Boy George's War is Stupid, so here's a bit of Dylan. Bob Dylan. The times, they are a-changing.
The thing is, Rick, it makes me wonder if, the times, are they changing? I mean, it seems to me that life's pretty much the same as it was way back in the 60s when Bob Dylan wrote that song.
Got any idea what you're talking about?
No idea whatsoever,
You
Rick.
don't really know about politics, do
No,
you?
know anything about it. Don't even read the papers. Got no interest really.
Yeah.
Not particularly informed. My life's cushy. Won some awards and stuff. Doesn't bother me. So
On a
good luck
serious
to
note,
everyone.
though, it is a bit worrying. I want somebody to put my... Do I have to get gas masks or something?
No, because there are guys out there in Leicester Square today wearing novelty hats. If they don't sort this war out, then no one can.
Okay, well, I'm not talking about it.
You would worry about it.
I would worry about it.
Well, you, maybe Steve.
Why?
Sort of people who are successful are worrying about it more than other people. Just
Go
because,
on.
well, they've got more to lose, haven't they?
Right.
No, do you know what I mean? You see, like, Bruce Willis on the telly saying, oh, it's not good, is it? And it's because he's got a big house and loads of cars. If you live, you know, on a council estate, it's like, well, if it gets bombed, probably doing us all a favour, we'll get nice new blocks of flats to live in and that. It happened with Manchester, with the bomb that happened, and they bombed the Arndale Centre. Did us a favour. Got a nice new Marks and Spencers and that.
So hold on, this puts a whole new twist to the argument when people say bombing the world's poorest countries is wrong. Because I remember when the Afghan problem was on, people were saying bombing the world's poorest country is wrong, but it's like home improvement, according to you, then.
Yeah. Because they've got a brand new B&Q, have they, over now? They're popping down there every Sunday.
Anyway, let's not go on about it, because...
Well, think what you're saying.
Yeah, I know.
My family was killed, but look, a carpet warehouse!
Yeah.
Do you know, I think, you know, people don't want to hear about this today from us. They want to hear, you know, the new features, the songs of phrase.
What song's a phrase?
It's the feature we started last week, where we take clips of songs, we make up a phrase from the show.
I mean, a famous phrase, last week's world famous phrase was, there's this airy Chinese kid, you'll remember.
Yes.
Well, it was called Crosswords last week, but Phil emailed in a good suggestion, and said call it Songs of Phrase.
Brilliant. Songs of phrase. Songs of phrase, but perfect.
So
are we still going with Cheapest Chimps?
We're persevering with that, aren't we?
Got some Cheapest Chimps lined up, we'll be doing that before 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Great.
Again, who else can say that?
So good. So for the next 2 hours, everyone should just bury their head in the sand, ignore the world's problems, and enjoy features such as Cheapest Chimps and songs of phrase.
And a bit of shearing breaks.
Oh, class.
Oh. Trying to stop suddenly in Italy. TB. Cheering breaks. It's like a rockbuster, Carl.
They were the good old days.
I know, yeah. Painkiller. On XFM 104.9, but look, Rockbusters is gone. Forget Rockbusters. Long live songs of phrase. Over to you, Carl.
Alright, well...
You know Rockbusters was one of the things they were protesting about last time. that was why I just had to listen to them. They just kept stopping me in the street as I was trying to get to the tube. You've got to stop Rockbusters, it's run out of steam, they said, and I'm glad.
That's why they always do it on a Saturday.
Yeah.
They make their way to Leicester Square for 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Right.
Songs of phrase. What it is.
Songs of phrase.
We took a phrase from the show last week. It was, there's this airy Chinese kid, right? Today, we're going back to the good old line of, like, you never see an old man eating a Twix.
Sure.
Right? How long is that?
No, you'll never see an old man eating a Twix.
You'll never see an old man eating a Twix.
It's not as many as you think, no. It's not that many.
Well, how is it not that many?
Right, well, first of all, anyway, don't worry about that. I think there's about 5, I think. Hang on a minute.
Oh, God. Why do we leave him alone to do this,
I don't understand.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, I'll tell you what, we were flying them.
6 different songs.
6 different songs!
That's a lot to get, Carl.
But what happened is, I couldn't find a song with Twix, so we've changed the chocolate.
Oh, this is rubbish. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. No, you've got to be punished. We're not doing this. Do it next one.
You'll like it.
No, shut up, Carl. No, just no, we're not
He's put a lot of effort in.
So what?
You're right.
He's got to do it right. He's got to do it right.
No.
There's too many. We said too many. It's not, he's changed the thing. It's not a one-off phrase. It's ridiculous. No, it's absolutely pointless.
Rick, if only his parents had spoken like that to him sometimes in the past, maybe we wouldn't be having this discussion
now. You're not doing it.
Come on.
No! We're not doing it. Steve, what do you think?
I'll tell you, we've got the prizes, but I'm not even going to bother giving, I'm not even going to bother. I think we'll just share them out amongst, homeless.
Absolutely. No. There's troubles in the world, and I'm not going to let you faff around doing nonsense like that. It's ridiculous.
Well, let's do it for next week.
Let's play a beautiful song. What do you think?
I'd love to hear a great song.
Yeah, the times, they are changing, we've said that. Look at Mother Nature on the run. Look at Mother Nature on the run, Steve.
Yeah.
Play it.
So we're not doing...
No.
It's your own fault.
Neil Young.
Beautiful.
After the Gold Rush, one of the most beautiful, poignant songs ever, I
Great
think.
lyrics in that. Look at Mother Nature on the run in the 1970s. Forget the 1970s, Rick. I'm beginning to wonder if that's just as truthful nowadays in the year 2003.
I've told you before, you've got no idea, you don't know anything about
the world or politics, though. I don't know why you persist.
I don't know why I keep saying it myself, Rick. I'm a political incompetent. I don't know why I keep spouting on with this drivel.
Right.
It's the Guardian, I think, that's doing it to me. It's all second-hand information. I just read it in there, and I just
So it
think
was a good idea to get on the,
exactly. I keep
get on the
thinking I can pass it
bandwagon.
on.
You don't
Yeah.
really care, do you, about anything in the world, really, as long as it doesn't affect you?
I haven't exactly.
Yeah.
Unless I'm
No.
personally affected by these
Yeah.
things, I don't care less.
Well, I'm the same.
You
Now, Carl, the big question, as we know at the moment, is whether we're going to let you do songs of phrase or not.
Rick, I should tell you now,
mad.
there has been a flood of. Oh no, there hasn't. Sorry, I was thinking there'd been a flood of emails, but it was people agreeing with you, Rick.
I know Tony Blair has been trying to get through.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just checking the emails now. There's absolutely nothing supporting you,
So
Carl.
no one gives a side either way about
No, well,
that,
that's not
then?
fair. There were a couple of phone calls, weren't there? One was the guy saying you should. I think the other one was you, Carl. Was it phoning from the kitchen?
Can we do it? Can we do it? Right.
No.
If you don't like it, we won't do it next week, but,
But
the fact that I've made it.
I don't know why you did that. I thought of lots of stuff that you could do. You chose one where you have to have 10 words and 6 songs to choose. You haven't got Twix. I don't know what you've substituted Twix for.
Okay, I mean, I got to say now, I'm going to sit on the fence, so I'm quite intrigued.
Okay, right. What
hear it.
what have you substituted Twix for?
Well, I can't tell you.
here.
Of course you can.
No, I can't because people have to listen to it and work out.
All right, let's just hear it. Let's hear it then.
No. They know what they have to know what the word is. They have to tell what the song is or the
I
artist.
prefer just to play it.
No, you've got to tell them what it is because they might not even know what word they're
I think
looking
you should
for.
let's hear him out. Rick,
Right.
please,
Right.
democracy, that's what we're fighting for. Come on.
Right, if you turn them up.
Right, okay, I'll put the headphones on. Go on then.
Right.
Okay, so, right, hang on, the phrase originally was...
Is, you never see an old man eating a Twix.
Right, and we're trying to identify a number of songs which you've used to make up that phrase.
And you email in xfm.co.uk/Ricky with as many as you can get, and whoever gets the most right can win
It's
some
so
stuff.
complicated. This is
It's
so
not.
complicated.
Right, here we go. Here we
It's
go.
I'm baffled by the email address. I couldn't figure
What was
that
the
out.
email address again?
xfm.co.uk/Ricky.
Right.
Right?
And there's some link on there, is there? That
Yeah, that you just press and it comes through. This and that. Right, here we go then, right?
I missed a little bit at the end. Let's hear it again,
Mars, ba ba ba.
Let's hear it again. Oh no.
Oh God. Okay. Right, we'd say the prizes, Steve.
Right, so how many songs were there? Do we know?
I think it was 6.
You think there was 6?
And you'll never see an old man eat. It might be 5.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
Anyway, why not email in the answers and how many there were, and you might be in with a chance of winning on DVD the original series of Citizen Smith with Robert Lindsay. That was good. Paul Whitehouse's Happiness, the first series of that on DVD. We've also got a couple of CDs here. The Best of Britpop, Live Forever, Oasis, Blur, Radiohead, and all the rest of them on there.
Right.
Supergrass's current album as well.
That's
I
all right.
think it's the current album. Yeah, it is. And
Okay.
less convinced by this one. If I tell you that some of the artists include Delamitri and Deacon Blue, then I know you'll be rushing out later, Rick, to buy this. Scotland Rocks. A compilation of...
Is Wet on there?
let's see.
What
the
about
West-
Biss? What happened to Biss?
Let me see, I'm not gonna... I tell you, doesn't... I mean, we've got Gun on there.
Oh, yeah.
We've got,
baby, lately.
Aztec Camera.
Yeah.
Big Country, obviously.
Proclaimer's not on there.
Wait a minute, where's Runrig? There they are. There they are. And obviously Rafferty, Baker Street. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Brilliant.
So that's definitely worth entering for, surely.
So xfm.co.uk/Ricky. Play it one more time.
Yeah.
Just in, right.
Class. Pure class. Well done. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
Very
okay,
good.
Todd.
Song's a phrase. You never seen an old man eating a Twix. We had to change it to Mars bar. Here's what we had. Jerry and the Pacemakers. Echo and the Bunnymen.
David Bowie.
And the Beach Boys finished off.